All right, ladies and gentlemen, you understand me? This is the Fashion Experience International Red. The name of the show today is Being Your Best Self. You see it on there, Being Your Best Self. I got this concept, I got this idea from my Queen Beverly. I was trying to come up with a title because I do so many shows every day. I do a different show, and it's all relevant to positive self-help theories, you know what I mean, how to be your best self. You couldn't pick a better title because it covers so many things. You know, being your best self is not being selfish. You know, a lot of people think, well, you're being your best self, you're thinking about you, self. No, it's not. Being your best self is being kind, showing self-love, you know, being happy, being polite, being a positive influence, being a positive person as far as toward other people. You know what I mean? Especially the younger people, when they see you, they look up to you. You be an example. Like if you look good, you feel good, you dress good, you know what I mean? You're being your best self. You're showing that. Some people look good and they don't be good. You know what I'm saying? They put the clothes on, but they don't reflect the positiveness that they look. You know what I mean? You've seen people that be dressed up and then they have a bad attitude. They wear the clothes and they put the clothes on, they think they got their nose in the air, and you're being arrogant and being all self-centered. That's not the way to be. You don't be that way. You be humble, you be gracious, and you be appreciative to people that look at you and look up to you and look forward to meeting you. You know what I'm saying? You always show kindness and smile and be friendly to people, because that's being your best self. When you go out there being a snob, you know, because you put on the clothes, you think you're better than other people because you look better. No, you never have that attitude. You always have an attitude of being humble and being appreciative, because you're blessed and thankful to look as good as you look. Because just like you look good, you can look bad. You know what I mean? It's just, you have to realize that, you know what I mean, and be thankful every day that you wake up, that you feel good, that you can put on the clothes and be your best self. You know what I'm saying? Because in your eyesight, me and my queen, we dress as we're blessed, and we be appreciative, you understand what I'm saying, for the things that we do. Because as us, not only do we do this as a person and of reasoning, we do this because we feel this way and we reflect positiveness. You see what I'm saying? Being your best self doesn't necessarily have to be you dress the best. No, that doesn't. Your being your best self could be other things. You know what I mean? You wake up feeling good. You might, you know what I mean, go to the gym. You might, go to school. You might go to a senior center and participate in different activities with other people, teaching them things, giving a class, being a teacher, being responsible, being a participant in a class, learning something. You can learn something while you're in class. You know, you're growing, you're being your best self because you're doing something to enhance your life, to enhance you. You know what I mean? Say if you're sick and you have different issues, you learn about it. You know, if you have high blood pressure, diabetes, or if you have something like that, and you go to a class to learn so you can take care of yourself better. Know what you have to do to live better, to eat better, eat right, eat good foods, eat the right things. You know, eat healthy. That's part of being your best self. Eating healthy and looking good and being healthy. It don't mean exterior dressing. It's thinking. Think good thoughts too. You feed your mind and your body and your soul in a positive way. You be your best self in all aspects of your life. Not just in one part. Being your best self is being your whole total self. In other words, you be best in each and every way, each and every day. That's what I say. You know what I'm saying? And when I say that, I mean you got to be that best, you know, in all ways, which means you got to eat the best foods. You got to have the best attitude, be around the best people. You know what I mean? Be positive, think positive. You know, ignore negativity. Don't get around people that are thinking, stinking, and drinking, and cussing, and doing all those bad things. That's not being your best self. See, goodness breeds goodness. The more you be around good people, the better you feel, the better good you are. You're enhancing your goodness. It enhances. You know what I mean? It's like fertilizer and you put it in the grass. It feeds and it gets better. It gets greener and it gets better. That's how your attitude and how your life is. Being your best self, you be around the best people. They enhance you. The people you be around, you know. You be around good people that feed you and they make you feel good. Because they're people that are compliments, not complainers. You get around people that are compliment, not complain. Because you don't want to be around those people. People that are complainers, you don't want to be around them. People that talk about other people, put people down, you know what I mean, thinking they're better than us. No, that's a bad attitude. You do not need to do that. If you have that in your resume, you eliminate that. Eliminate people that enhance and feed that negativity to you. You don't want that. That's something that you do not want no parts of. You know what I'm saying? You have to cut those people loose because they fertilize your negativity. And you do not need that. Get around people that are complimenters, not complainers. You do not need people that complain in your life. When people complain all the time, if you knew them or you're friends with them, you see them very seldom. Matter of fact, don't even see them. When you do see them, you make sure you change the subject. You redirect the conversation. The minute they start complaining and talking about those people, you talk about something positive that them people that they're talking about did or done or something positive, some good reason why you know them for what they did. If that's the case, you can't find out nothing or no good points about that person that you've been associated with, then you don't need to be associated with them. If you can't find nothing good in them that you talk about when you talk about them, then you don't need to be around them. Because that goes to show you that they're not people you need to be around. If all they got is negative things about them that you talk about, then you don't need to be around them. Because some people are like that. They get around people. Because I know when I was in the chicken place, when I used to be there and I used to be around that, well, I don't go there no more. It's negativity and there's people around there. They talk about people and complain. I ran into one guy today, you understand me? And the cold part about it, he gonna say, man, I just said you was dead and boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? I said, no, man, I'm very much alive and doing well and doing swell. Being the best I can be. You understand me? Being my best self. But the thing about it is, he don't know because he looked bad. When I seen him, he looked bad and he was one of the most complaining people I know. You see? But it's okay because I kept it on a positive note. I said, it's good to see you. Man, you look good, man. You understand me? Boom, boom, boom. I kept saying positive things to keep him off of saying something negative. You know what I'm saying? I just asked, has he seen such and such, has he seen? And he said, yeah, you know what I mean? And like that. And keep everything on a positive note. You be the director of the script. You run the show. Don't let people run you. Don't let people put negative things. When they start getting on a negative vibe or start talking about something negative, change the subject or say, I got to go. That's how you do it. You understand? When I was in the chicken place, I was there all day, so I couldn't leave. So I got sucked up into a lot of negativity. And I learned from that experience, you know. But the thing about it is that what you have to do, if you have to be the director, you have to be the captain of your ship. You have to be in charge of your life. You know what I'm saying? You have to be a leader. See, all these are being your best self when you be a leader. When you follow other people and you let other people control you, or you know what I mean? If you're going to get a role model of somebody you want to lead or follow somebody that's doing things positive, that's in a positive direction. Don't get caught up in that negativity. Because you can be doing good things and be a positive person as far as being influenced by positiveness. And the minute you get around these negative people, they will drain you in a matter of time. Because you waste conversation with them. They're talking about something you used to do, the streets or misusing women or something like that. You don't want to hear that. Don't talk about it. Because all it does is reinforce your idea and your concept of how you think about these things. You do not want them for 1 minute to think. You know what I mean? You're celebrating or you're congratulating or you're thinking they saying something slick or something that impress you. Because they'll do it over and over, they'll keep doing it. So how you nip that in the bud, you don't talk about it. If you have to directly change the subject and let them know that you don't want to talk about it, do that. You'll feel better. You don't care how they feel because they're going to respect you if they want to talk to you. You let them know you're not going to feed into that negativity. And you change the subject and let them know, hey, it's not right. And you know what? You'll feel better and your habit will be a better habit because you will be feeling good all day. Nobody will steal your joy. They will not be able to steal your joy because there will not be a hole in your for them to get in. Because you'll fill that hole up. Because as soon as they start talking about it, you present them with your best self. See? And haters and people that negative people, they don't want to see that. They don't want to hear that. They're going to try to counteract it. But if you don't feed into it, you nip it in the bud and you cut that short. And they're going to get it. What they're going to do is they're going to get away from you. they're going to get away from it because they need a cheer. They need somebody to cheer. They need a cheering section. If you're not indulging in that, then they ain't gonna want to talk about it. They're gonna either leave you because they want to talk about gossip and complaining. They want to talk about people. You know, and I remember there was a time that I used to get caught up in that, and I noticed every time we see the people, that's all they talk about. And there's nothing positive about that. You're not growing in no direction. You're not better than yourself. All you're doing, you understand me, is being in the same situation, and it's no good. You know, that situation does not do you any good. You know what I'm saying? You do not need that on your menu. You know, you have to stay positive and stay directly and stay on time. You know, because that's the way it is. You understand me? It's a situational where when you really think about things, like I said, being your best self. That's the name of the show. Being your best self. You know, and you got to be aware of that from the time you wake up. From the time you get up, you know what I mean? And you got a full day that you're dealing and doing things. So you go, like I go to the senior center now, they just open it up. And I'm going to start going there regularly because it's a positive situation, a positive thing. You know what I'm saying? And I feel so good because I'm also going to get back in the gym. And I think I'm going to go there when I leave here. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to go over there because before 2 o'clock they close at 2. And I'm going to see what the deal is on that. And then I'm going to go back to the senior center, you understand? Try to get all my things together that I do within a day. Because I'm not hustling no more doing what I was doing. So I'm going to enhance and be a better person, better my condition, mind, body, and soul. See, like I say, when I do these shows, it's therapy to me. These shows are therapy. You know, they polish me up so I can steady be my best self and be the best I can be and do the best, you know. And that's what I mean by associating with good people and being around people that don't complain. That's why, you know, I got friends that I have certain sections that I be with them for certain times. They're not full friends. They're friends where, well, I don't have nobody that I be around all the time, you know, but my woman, you understand what I'm saying, is the closest thing to me that I talk to every day, regularly, and be with. But other than her, I don't have no one that I'm close to and I don't need nobody to be close to. I have no friends and none of that. I got them under certain conditions and I see them occasionally, you know. Because I found out that, you know, you want to be your best self, and your best self is being who you are. And you don't have to share your joy or nothing with nobody else if they're not your significant other. You don't have to do that. You don't have to, you know, you don't have to do that. If they don't accept you for what you are and be who you are and be in your life, then you don't have to be around them. See, that's the thing about it. If they steal your joy and make you less than your best, you don't need to be with them. I don't care if it's family, friends, or relatives. You know, distant relative. If they're not on your page, you don't have to be around them. You don't have to be around them because they're your family or whatever. You could be around them or speak to them or think positive or love them from afar. You can love those people from afar. But if they're not seeing you and they're trying to control you or they're trying to not like certain things you do in your life, then you don't have to be around them. You keep being your best self because you got to look at yourself. You know, these people are drinking, they're on drugs, they have problems, they have a lot of drama. They don't understand what you being joyful, being your best self. They don't understand you being your best self. They don't know nothing about that. So you don't have to even get dodged with them. Just stay away from them because they're on a different page. And you're growing, being better each and every day in each and every way. That's part of being your best self, is when you're growing toward toward striving toward being better all the time. There's never a destination. You're always going. You're always striving toward. You're always striving toward being better, doing this, dressing better, looking better, doing better things. You understand me? You know, like I said before, I got bigger and better flowers. My accents, my accessories glow and be better. They reflect me. See, so I polish them up and I be better. You know, as I look better and do better, then all my accessories and different things are better right with me. You know what I'm saying? That all goes together, you understand? And this is why a lot of people, you know what I mean? They see you looking good and staying good. They hate on you because, you know, you live in your life. But you don't let them you don't let them interfere with you. You don't know what people are going through. You don't know what's on people's mind. So I don't let them know what's on my mind. I keep my business to myself. And I shine my light bright. But when other people, you know what I'm saying, don't want to share my light, I just keep them out of it. You know, I don't even worry about them. You know what I'm saying? You know, if they don't clap when I win, then you know, they can get in the win. Cause I'm not worried about them. I'm trying to live my best life. I ain't got time to worry about nobody else's. You know, a lot of people want to be, you know, people to fix other people and stuff. First, get yourself together and get in a point in your life where when you do fix other people, that the people are listening and they accept what you do and what you say, and then you be all right with that. But other than that, don't let them people steal your joy. Don't let them people waste your time, because time is valuable, because when you're older to get, the less time you have, so the time is more valuable to you. When you were young, you were learning, you were experimenting, you had time to do that. To get to where you have to be with the person that you are, when you get to be a certain age, 40, 50 years old, you're supposed to be on a destination. You're supposed to know where you're at. You're not learning, you're not experimenting no more. You should be on a path and know where you're going. And then go from there. You know, don't be comparing yourself with other people. Don't be putting people down. You know what I mean? When you do that, that means you're not satisfied in your life. You have to be satisfied in your life. You have to know where you're going. You have to know what it's all about. And then you be content and be at peace of mind. You don't put people down when you want to know where you're at. Because you know those people are struggling. Everybody wants to be important. Everybody wants to be appreciated. Everybody wants these things. Some people want attention. We all want attention, but those that can't get attention in a positive way, they drive negative attention. You know, by saying, gossip and talking and creating things that are true. And when they do that, it's not right. But they do it because they don't know no better. You know, they do what they have to do, and they don't want to listen. A lot of times people, they get at a certain age and they set in their ways, and they don't listen. Then you don't talk. You don't keep talking. If they're not going to listen, you don't talk to them. You just stay away from them. If they're going to keep doing bad things and doing bad things, negative ways and negative things, and you try to tell them something, and they don't listen, and they don't consider, they just say, that's the way I am, or that's me. Well, then the way you're going to be is way away from them. Because they're not trying to change. They don't even want to hear change. They don't even want to better. They don't even believe the philosophy of getting better each and every day in each and every way. They don't even walk that walk. You know, they're just living life haphazardly. They're just going through the motions. They're just lucky to get where they're at and be where they're at. They should, you know, they should really appreciate God bless them by letting them live the life they live as long as they live, because they did not use precautions. You know, when you drink, you drive. You do drugs, you be in a relationship that's drama. That stresses you out. Don't you know your blood pressure, your stress level is high when you're arguing and fussing and fighting with your mate? When you don't have peace of mind and harmony? Don't you know all these things contribute to your health? See, people don't understand that's not being your best self when you're arguing and bickering in a relationship. People be fussing and fighting. Or if you're in an abusive relationship, whether it's verbal abuse or physical abuse, that's no good. You're not being your best self when you're caught in a relationship that's not conducive to your health. And a lot of people, they get in a relationship and the people make them feel like their self-esteem is low, so they feel like they're the only ones that they can be with. They can't make it without them. They make them feel small so they can be good, big, and the people depend on them and they feel like they're not, they can't do better. They're not good because the people make them feel small. You know, that's not no good. You know what I mean? You be your best self. If you're overweight, you be your best self. You feel good and do good, and you will lose the weight because you'll feel good about yourself. It's something automatic. If your self-esteem is built big and you feel good, you'll do the good things. You'll eat better. You'll do better because you're being the best you can be. When you are your best self, automatically that includes eating right. Your attitude is right. So if your attitude is right and you have self-love and you don't listen to people that are bullying you or talking bad about you, because you know you're great and you know you're doing what you're supposed to do for you, and then you'll look better, you'll feel better, you'll do better. And all you do is one day at a time. You feel like this if you eat right. Say if you're overweight or you're stressed out, you're on drugs, or whatever your problem is you're dealing with, you can always overcome it when you be your best self. You know what I mean? That's the first thing you have to understand. You have to be your best self. And what I mean by that is, read self-help books. Go to self-help groups. If you're overweight, go to Weight Watch. If you're drinking or on drugs, go to Alcoholics Anonymous. Go to drug NA if you're on drugs. That's the first thing you do, is to go where people are positive, where they can reinforce, change your attitude about what you're doing. Because doing it alone at that point, you have to be your best self, but you got to know who you are in order to be your best self. So you go to other people that have went through what you went through and had the problems that you have. If you're overweight, go to Overeaters Anonymous. I'm going to tell you why. If you don't eat and you do the food, you'll learn and you'll feel better about yourself, because these other people that are striving to lose weight, if you have the common denominator is which is overweight, you be around those people that are having a positive, trying to be their best self by trying to aim toward losing their weight, which means they're trying to better themselves for their health reasons, because they know being overweight is not healthy. Some people justify being overweight by saying, oh, big is beautiful. Okay, big might be beautiful, but is big healthy for you? Is that being your best self? Is being overweight being your best self? If it's being your best self, be honest. It's not. Doctors tell you that overweight causes diabetes, causes high blood pressure. It causes blood clots. It causes a lot of numerous amount of things that overweight causes. So you don't want to remain overweight. You want to be the best you can be. Join the gym. You know what I'm saying? Take it one day at a time. If you're big, don't worry about it. You're on your way. Look at your goal. Look at where you're trying to be. Don't look at where you're at. Look at where you're trying to be. Every day you're trying to get better each and every day. The race you're on, you're racing yourself. The race you're on, you're not competing with nobody else. You're competing with yourself, being your best self. So what you do in that race is you look at where you're at today and you say where you want to be at in a year or 2 years. You say I'm gonna be there in 2 years. But give yourself a realistic goal, because the only race you're running against is you. You're not running with nobody else. Nobody else started at the same gate you started. Nobody started at the same gate you started off in this race. The finish line and the beginning line, when you say get on your march, get ready, set, go, you're the only one on this at the beginning. You're the only one in this race. So your finish line is you running against yourself. So it's being your best self. You're 400 pounds right now today, right? So 2 years from now, you say, hey, I'm going to be 160, I'm going to be 170, I'll be 180, whatever, however long it takes. If it's 5 or 6 years, the point is you get to the destination. You don't measure yourself against somebody else. There is another big person over here. They're saying they're going to lose weight, right? And you guys do it together, that doesn't count, because I'm going to tell you something. That person and you are on 2 different scales. You guys got 2 different situations. You don't know where how they was raised, how hard it is ingrained in their mind and in their and what they've been through to make them determined to lose the weight. You don't know what they've been through in their whole life to get to where they're at. You got to look at what they went through to get where they're at, to get them the determination and to make them strong. You know what I mean? So you are 2 different people. That your resistance and your strength and your discipline come from your background, what you did and what motivates you, and that's only you can be determined that. Other people can't. So don't try to go. If be 6 people go to the gym and they all say, well, we're gonna lose weight in a year, we're gonna do this, we're gonna know. You don't do, when you get in there and you compete with other people to do something, it doesn't work. You do that for yourself. You be your best self. Don't be trying to compare or compete or get other people to join you to do something. Because I'm going to tell you something. I joined the gym with people. I joined the gym with somebody, and they didn't continue losing the weight or doing what they're supposed to do. They didn't continuously doing it like that. They dropped out. Another person never got started. So, I know that it doesn't count. When you get other people to do those things with you, you have to branch off and be determined yourself to be your best self and look at it like this. I'm doing this for me. It's part of my being better each and every day. And you go there with the intention of changing your lifestyle. Go there with the intentions of you're going to change your lifestyle. You're doing this for you. It's a way of life. It's not just I'm going to lose 200 or 300 pounds. And then when you lose the weight, then you get back to gaining the weight. No, you make this a life-changing activity. You change your life. It's being the best you can be. And that means you're changing yourself for the better, for your life, for the rest of your life. You're not looking at this as a temporary situation. This is not a temporary situation. This is a permanent goal. You're enhancing your life, and you're being your best you. You're being the best you can be, and you do this for you. And you don't care who knows or who encourage or discourage. Because a lot of people that tried losing weight and gained weight, or tried being off drugs, you know what I'm saying, or tried staying out of abusive relationships, they go back because they don't continuously practice what they preach. You have to steady fortify and get energy. You have to steady fortify and get encouragement. Every day you have to do something positive. You have to feed your mind with PMA. You have to stay on a positive mental attitude. You have to do this every day. You cannot no way around being around negative. You stay around there as much as possible, because all those people are going to do is talk you into being around them, and then they'll talk you into eating a pie or eating this and eating that. Because I got a friend that likes to eat sweets. And when I get around him, he wants to eat sweets. I said, no, I don't need to do it. You know, because I've got that much determination now that I don't need to do it because he wants to do it. They're bad influence, you know, but I know I only see him every other week. So that one time, you know, when I do it, it's okay because I got it under control. You know, I don't get in the habit of doing that all the time. So it's like anything you do, you got to do this every day regularly on a PMA positive level. Because you have to say to yourself that I want to be the best I can be, being my best self. And I'm doing this for me, not nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Because other people are trying to tell you how to live. You got people that are skinny, and they'll tell you how to eat and how to do things. You have to be extra careful because you have a tendency, you're overweight. So if you're overweight, you have to be careful because you gain weight. Just like me, I have a tendency to gain weight. I've been 50 pounds overweight at one time before. So I know I have to watch the habits that I have as far as eating, because I have that addictive attitude and addictive behavior. If I drink, eat sweets, or whatever I do, I can do it to an extreme. So I got that gene in me, so I have to be careful. So I have to be on alert all the time to eat the right foods, to be around the right people. You know what I'm saying? The whole 9 yards. That's why I say being my best self is something I practice each and every day. It's not something you do sometimes. It's something you got to do all the time. Make that a part of your life. Be a new person. You know, you got to do this for you. You don't do this for other people. Some people do things temporarily. They get around certain people. They want to be like the weather, fair weather. They be around this person, they act this way. They be around this person, they act that way. No, you ain't going to get nothing done. You ain't going to accomplish nothing. You're not even going to have a full, good identity in your life. You're not going to be fully identified as being a positive person that's doing what's right. Because when you do what's right and you live your life to the best of your ability, being your best self, you feel good and you feel good with yourself. You don't got to share it with nobody else if you want to. If you don't want to, you don't have to share it. But if you do, you do. Because, you know, when you do it because you want to help other people and you want to make, you know, sometimes people do that. But me, myself, as hard as it was for me to get to where I'm at, and where I'm at, I don't care what other people think. You know what I mean? I'm not sure about myself to where I'm happy, and I'm going to stay happy, and I'm going to be my best self. And I don't care what other people think, because I'm at a point in my life where I know I'm happy and I'm being my best self. And I feel great like Tony the Tiger. When I wake up in the morning, I'm like Tony the Tiger. I feel great, you understand me? And I'm going to stay that way. And I ain't going to let, when I go out there, I put my hater repellent on, my imaginary spray. And when I go out there to face the world, I don't care what people say, because I might wear pink today. Like I got this hot pink on, you understand, which is my queen's favorite color. Let me give my queen Beverly a shout out, you understand? Her favorite color is fuchsia, and I'm wearing fuchsia. Look here. And let me tell you something. I don't care what them people think. You understand what I'm saying? Because I do what I do because I feel the way I feel, and I be my best self. And haters can't hate because I'm going to still feel great. Believe that, you understand me? International Red for the record. And my show is on YouTube. And I'm a fashion experience, fashion coordinator. You know what I mean? I'm a motivational speaker. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a humanitarian. And I do what I do because I do it good, and I do things by example. You know what I mean? I look the part and play the role, and who I am is what I am, and what you see is what you get. There's nothing fake about me. I'm real, and I stay real. You understand me? You know what I mean? From the beginning to the end, and I'm not worried about what people think, because I made it. I'm where I'm at, and I'm gonna stay that way. I'm gonna get better each and every day in each and every way. And I'm 69, and I'm fine. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. This is International Red Fashion Experience, and I'm gonna close my show. You understand me? and let y'all know that it's the fashion experience. All right, y'all.